think we are live. I don't know. You guys can let us know. Here for our Gen Con recap of day one, I guess. I mean, our day's not over, but we're going to try to go live now. So we're free to run around in a bit. Try to get the chat up. We're waiting. Hello. Oh, hold on. There we go. Hey, Sean, how's it going? All right. See us? I think we're good. Are we in focus? I think so, right?
I think so. I'm just trying to hear the sound.
Yeah, we should be okay. I think our mics are connected. No, I don't think they are. One sec. Microphone connected. Check. 1, 2. I think you guys should hear us now. Hopefully it's like noise canceling a bit of the background. Are you on?
Yep.
Yep. Mel's on. I'm on.
Yep.
All right. Hey everybody. Hello. Welcome to our super professional Gen Con Day 1 live stream. The exhibit hall just closed 11 minutes ago. Yeah, we're surviving. Going on 5 hours sleep. Been up since 5 o'clock this morning. Been in Lorcana line since 7 o'clock this morning. Just got out of it 5 minutes ago. No, I'm just joking. Yeah. So I guess we can give our recap of the day. How are you?
You need to refresh yours.
This did this last time. I couldn't see all the chat. Why? Yeah, one sec, guys. There we go. But it did this before too. I don't know if I have to hide that. All right. Sean says we can hear clear and noise cancellation. Yeah, a little background noise. There's a lot of tournaments and demos and game sessions going on. On the same table as us, we have a Rising Sun 5-player game, I think, going on for the last we were here a couple hours ago and they were just getting started. So maybe 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
To the left of us, there's an entire, I don't know if I can show you guys, but over there is a whole Arc Nova tournament that there's 100 people at, it looks like. Tons of tables with Arc Nova set up. There's the Rising Sun game beside us here. We got demos over here. They're playing some games over here. And all I can show you is pretty much 2% of this giant room of gaming going on right now at Gen Con 2023. But we're sitting in the gamer hall right now, just hanging out in a good area of Wi-Fi. It's not a quiet area, but hopefully these microphones cancel enough noise that you can hear us nice and clear. But there's nothing I can do about all the background noise, but it's fun. It's part of the convention experience. There is no quiet area other than the quiet room that I know of, where you can go hide in the dark if you're stressing out. But yeah. Yep, they're yelling over there. That's all good. But nice lighting in this room too. Very bright, nice Wi-Fi. So this is why we're doing it. Also sturdy tables that I can put a camera on. Yeah, Rising Sun models are beautiful. Yeah, we have that game. I've never streamed that game though.
Right.
One time, maybe in the future. Maybe. But hello. Yeah, Spencer, we are crazy. So here's the deal. If you weren't here for this morning stream when we were in the mob, or the line that turned into a mob, yeah, it was pretty nuts. So I'll give you guys a recap on that. We'll talk about what we picked up so far, our experience of day one, which is 99% different than a day one of any other of the 8 years or whatever I've come to Gen Con so far. It definitely was weird, definitely different. It's all because of the Disney Lorcana, good and bad. But yeah, definitely a different way. I've run for exclusive games on day one. We've done it many times. We've run into the dealer hall or walked really fast, trying to get a list of exclusive games or early games or whatever, trying to get that all out of the way before we meet with publishers and have events and stuff. But this year we decided I don't know what we're going to do. We're not sure. But I would like some starter decks of Disney Lorcana at some point to just try this game. And we're already going to Gen Con anyway. So maybe if we can get some starter decks, we signed up for an event so we could get a couple starter decks, but we thought maybe we can go in the morning on the first day. If we're up, if traffic's good, if we get breakfast down our gullets in time.
Yep.
And we'll go film the lineup. We'll stream from the Disney Lorcana line and show the hype. Maybe we'll even get in the line and maybe grab playmats or a couple starter decks just in case we don't get ones later or something. I don't know. But yeah, we're like, okay, we got up. I got up at like 5. Mel was like, all right, if you're up, we're up. We went to bed around Mel went to bed a little bit earlier than me probably, but I probably fell asleep around midnight. Got up at 5, started playing on my phone, seeing if there was a lineup for Lorcana. Of course, there was. The ICC was closed inside for them. They were outside on the street. They had police there. They had Ravensburger people giving out promos. And I went, Mel, she was up. She rolled over, looked at me. I'm like, Mel, there's already 175 people supposedly waiting outside the convention hall, and it's not even open yet. To get in line, and the line, you can't even buy anything till 10 a.m. And they're already there at 5:45, 175 people. Some of them literally landed. Their flights landed like an hour before, and they just took like Ubers or whatever down to the convention center from the airport just to get in line with their one-day badges to buy Lorcana and come to their very first Gen Con, which is nuts, just to get the game. And we were like, should we go now? So we were like, let's get up and start getting ready. We got ready slowly. We got some breakfast, and we started driving. There was a transport truck fire on the highway, so we got stuck in that for like 20 or 30 minutes. Finally got down to the convention center, parked, walked, everything. 7-ish a.m. We finally get to the Disney line, and we're looking at it. We're like, it's not that bad, actually. It was all in turnstiles, as you probably saw on this morning's stream. If you didn't, I'm going to still explain it. So they had a whole bunch of turnstiles. We saw them there last night, right outside the entryway. There's 5 entrances to the exhibit hall, I think. And one of them that's closest to Ravensburger had turnstiles or whatever they're called outside, like those roped off poles. And it was full already. And we're like, well, we can get this line that's right near them. Yeah. It's still only maybe 300 people, maybe. And we're like, they'll have enough to serve that. Let's just get in line. Let's just get in line. We can film from the line. If they come out and tell us there's too many people, we'll just walk away and go do something else. It's fine. But we've never been here other than coming for a tournament that started at like 7 a.m. or whatever, or 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. The earliest we ever come on the first day for the dealer hall, no matter what exclusives or things we want to get, is like 8 a.m.
Yeah, around 8. We
rolling around 8. You guys have seen a stream last year. We kind of just chill. Sometimes we play games on the floor while we wait for the hall to open. But we're like, it's okay if we don't get stuff. We'll just go separate ways sometimes, grab some things at different booths, just try to get our shopping list done. But this time we're like, I'm not even sure we're like into Disney Lorcana for sure. We have never played it. But like, there's a chance to get it here. We're in the hall or in the convention center. Let's get in line. And like, I love card games. So maybe we'll just get in line with everybody. We'll just buy a couple decks and we'll try to avoid going too crazy and try the game. And then maybe on Friday or Saturday, then come in line and buy some other stuff if we like the game, right?
Yeah.
But we also had an event booked today to play with the starter decks. So we're like, if we can't get anything in the morning, it's fine, because we'll play in an event later, get a couple starter decks, try the game in the event. It was a learn to play event. We just came back from it, actually. And if we like the game, then we'll try to buy stuff on another day. But we were here already in the morning, and I'm like, let's just get in line. Who cares what happens, right?
Yeah.
We can always trade decks with people. If we get doubles, we buy something in the morning. So we get in that line. We're in that line. We're standing in that line for hours. It comes around to 9 a.m. You guys saw on stream. All of a sudden, somebody says, so supposedly there's Ravensburger employees who let all those early people in, told them to the turnstiles to line up, get in line. We'll then let you come into the booth and buy stuff at 10 o'clock. Then some employee from Gen Con is by the entryway, telling people at the entryway to one of the entrances, if you're here for Lorcana, don't stand here at the doorway. You need to get over there in that line that we were waiting in. So there you go. You got Ravensburger people telling you to go in that turnstile line and get ready to line up over here. You have a Gen Con employee at the doors yelling at people, saying, if you're here for Lorcana, get away from the doors, go line up with those people. Out of nowhere, around 9 a.m., some Gen Con employee of some kind, some dude with a black vest, he comes over and he says to all the people standing in those turnstiles, not to everybody in the line. He doesn't have a megaphone. He doesn't yell anything out. They have full access to all the speakers in the building. They can announce anything they want to everyone in the whole building. But this jackass comes over to the turnstile line and just tells the people in the front of the line who have been waiting there all morning who probably haven't slept. There was people camping last night, supposedly.
Yeah.
He tells the people in the front of the line, hey, everybody, just so you know, this is not an official sanctioned lineup. So this lineup will not be like recognized and respected. And like, if you want to get anything in the exhibit hall, you need to be at the doors ready to go in, not in this line up off to the side. This organized, this line you were told is cool. This line is no good. So when you tell hundreds of people, if not 1,000 people at this point, I don't even know, you tell them all that this line is not, they've been waiting in it for no reason. They're now way further away from the door than hundreds of other people, and they might not have a chance to get any product. Sorry. They literally push this guy out of the way. They start pushing the turnstiles. They start pushing each other. Everyone just crowded into the door and starts squeezing each other and shoving each other and getting all mad. People are swearing. If you watch our stream this morning, lots of people talking shit, saying they hate Gen Con, they hate Ravensburger, this is all trash. Like, what are they doing? Is this their first convention ever they've ever run? No, they've been running this for 50-something years. Ravensburger has been a publisher, I don't know how many decades. They have no idea what they're doing. Both of them are dumb, idiots all around. So unorganized, so unprofessional, so embarrassing. Like, I've been to so many Gen Cons where there've been so many product launches that have been organized much better. Like, there was turnstiles, there's lines, there's people organized, there's counting, there's tickets handed out. A lot of ways to avoid chaos. I've seen Paizo do it, I've seen Fantasy Play Games do it. Many Gen Cons, big releases, hundreds of people, very organized, very professional, no craziness. Okay, but for some reason they forgot this year. I don't know, the COVID curse lingering, maybe some of them are sick in the head, I don't know what they're doing, but basically they caused hundreds of people to almost trample each other down. And then when the doors opened, literally it got like pretty violent. People were really shoving each other and pushing each other into
like squishing each
other, stepping on each other. It was like they wanted to kill each other. Okay, and I've heard this is a Disney fan thing. You're supposed to go to Disney events and kill each other over pins and cards and promos and exclusive toys and things. It's a normal Disney fan thing to want to kill each other over plastic and paper this company sells. I don't know, it's whatever. Anyways, there's promos involved, right? So people want to make money and people want to scalp stuff on the internet, which people are already doing. It's kind of crazy. So it's kind of nutty, which I know is a thing in collectible card games is fine, but it's just the organization of the line. It could have been so organized and so simple where they respected that line and just brought people in groups of 10 maybe, let them buy their stuff, bring another group in 10 in at a time. It's all safe. Nobody's going to trample anybody. No fire hazards, no angry customers. But they did not, man. Literally this mob ascended, and then it gets even worse. As people are pushing each other through the doors and trying to kill each other, they're coming in at two entrances from the side, and the Lorcana booth is in the middle. The Ravensburger booth is in the middle. And everyone's going in two entrances now, and they want to kill each other. Because now the people at the front of the line who've been at the front of the line for 4 hours are now in the back of the line. It's just how it worked. And eventually when they got in the booth, the lineup started wrapping around, and the Ravensburger employees were mad at people. People were yelling at them, and they were being so rude to people. Those Ravensburger volunteers, employees, I don't know who they are, but like half the people wearing blue shirts were so rude to people. Like it was their fault. There was no organization. Nobody knew where to line up. Everyone just wanted their product. Everyone had been waiting all morning, and they were like, I don't know, line up that way, go this way, we don't know. And they were going, Gen Con didn't give us enough help. It's all Gen Con's fault. Then Gen Con employees are telling everybody it's Ravensburger's fault. This is that. And they start blaming each other. Each employee's yapping about each other. Online, even on Disney Lorcana, they're tweeting on a public marketing Twitter, apologizing to people in the Gen Con line for, sorry, we're idiots. And it was embarrassing. So basically, and like, I'm okay if I don't even get it, but I feel bad for some of the kids and the parents and the hardcore fans who camped overnight. Like, I've been there for other things like that. And just to be ignored and turned away and told, sorry, you have to go back out in the hall and get in the line. And here's the kicker. Here's where it blew my effing mind. At the booth, Gen Con officials and Ravensburger officials were telling everyone, sorry, this lineup is going to wrap around our booth, but then it goes back out into the hall, back into those turnstiles that were originally used, and they told everyone to get in those and line up. So literally Mel and I walked calmly back out, and we got back in line, the exact spot where we started our stream in the morning at 7 o'clock when we started in the line. We were literally in the exact same spot that we started in. And the line did not move for hours.
Yeah, for 2 hours, it didn't move at all.
2 hours, we literally stood there. And they kept coming out and counting the line, and we're saying, we're sorry. They were trying to give promos to people and pins and stuff, going, we're sorry, we're not sure if we can even get product to everybody. But originally they were saying, we'll take care of everyone in line. We're good till 4 o'clock. We have product for everybody. But then different employees started coming out and counting the line and going up to people in the line and telling them, sorry guys, you might not get anything, just so you know. Trying to get people to leave, right? They're trying to make the line go away because they're like embarrassed, but people are mad. People are yelling. And when an employee got yelled at, that employee would disappear and then a different employee would come out and replace them. Then they would get yelled at and they would disappear and a different employee would come out. And they would always tell them, like I'd see people go like, why not just hand out tickets? Why not hand out tickets, everyone in the line, why not cut the line? But they were still accepting people in the line, even though there was employees for Ravensburger saying they probably wouldn't have product for everybody, but there's dudes in the line who are like letting people join the line and let the line grow. And then there's Ravensburger employees with cameras, full Ravensburger shirts, Lorcana hats, with cameras running up and down the line, giddy as shit.
Yeah.
Because they're sharing it with the world. Look how many people want our game. Look at this. Meanwhile, they're on the other side of the line telling people, you're probably not going to get anything. We're sorry we screwed up. This is horrible. But they're still using everyone's misery to like show off the game. It is disgusting. Like literally disgusting. Like I've never seen a company who fucked up a lineup like that, who did not like give out tickets to come the next day because they have product to sign for the next day and they didn't want to touch it. So like, we're going to have the same amount of product the next day. You guys can come and get that product, but no guarantee. Instead of screwing up, they could have easily given some tickets to everyone who waited in line for 4 or 5 hours and said, sorry, we ran out of product, but come tomorrow. We'll have a nice little separate line for you with tickets so you don't have to wait another 5 hours and maybe not get anything. So I don't know if they've tweeted already, but they said they're going to tweet after they work with Gen Con and Ravensburger tomorrow, going to work out a way for Friday and Saturday, how to get people in the morning, organized, no one trying to kill each other, no danger, no children at risk of getting trampled, and try to figure it out. But it is like embarrassing, man. This is like it felt like two amateur companies trying to like figure things out. But like, I don't know if they're fighting each other or what, but like, obviously Ravensburger made tons of money for Gen Con, setting record badge sales. And then like, you know, they're letting Gen Con promote the game. Like they're obviously helping each other, making money off this. So like, you know, make sure each side gets what they need and Gen Con fans are happy and Ravensburger's making their money, you know, but like something was not right there. And it's like, everyone knew it was going to happen. Everyone knew this game was going to be hot shit.
Yep.
Like, how do you not see that when the events sell out in May in seconds, right? Like, I don't know. It was embarrassing. I feel bad for like the kids and the hardcore fans who were lined up, man. It was embarrassing. So a lot of people just left the line and they're going to come tomorrow and deal with it. Mel and I stuck with the line. And eventually they said, we have only booster boxes left. But here's the kind of cool thing they did. They said, if you wait in line, we'll get you a booster box. They did eventually tell the rest of the line, like, you know, we're going to run out, whatever. But Mel and I waited, and they still sold us booster boxes. And originally they said, if you buy any Lorcana stuff, they are going to put a hole in your badge, and you're not allowed to come and buy anything else for the rest of the weekend. So they're going to check your badge. If you have a hole in it, we can't sell you anything. So if you went to their booth, and you bought 2 starter decks, went and played them, and loved them, and you want to come back, buy a 3rd starter deck, some sleeves, a deck box, a booster box, they would say, sorry, you've already been here and you bought stuff. We don't know what you bought, but you have a hole in your badge. You can't buy anything else. And that was to prevent scalpers, which I think is awesome, but still not the best solution, I don't think.
Right.
Okay. But what they did was, instead of, once they ran out of starter decks and everyone was pissed in the line, they tried to make it as right as they could, where they said, we'll still sell booster boxes. So if you want one, hang out and we'll get you a booster box, but we will not stamp your badge. So you can come the next day or the day after to try to get play mats, try to get starter decks, deck boxes, binders, all that stuff. But it's like, still they didn't make it right for the people who waited. And they knew they didn't have enough product, even though they said they would have enough product for every day. It's a joke, man. So I feel bad if you're going there tomorrow morning. Hopefully it's more organized. Hopefully they have more product, but they said it's going to be the exact same amount of product. So after, 300-400 people, they're going to run out of play mats again. They're going to run out of deck boxes again. They're going to run out of single booster packs, and starter decks. And eventually it'll just be booster boxes left again tomorrow around noon or whatever, right?
Yep.
So just keep that in mind. If you're getting in that line, people are probably going to go early again, but the product does not serve the line that's there at like 6 in the morning.
Well, the other problem is letting exhibitors get in line before the doors open.
Oh yeah, that was the thing.
That's another problem.
I saw people posting pictures online. There's already a lineup at the Ravensburger booth inside before the hall opened. And that was an old style Gen Con thing where VIGs would do that and exhibitors would do that. And we were told that that went away. That doesn't happen anymore. But there was pictures and proof. And we even saw vendors from other booths that were nearby. We saw their employees in there buying stuff at the front of the line well before, like right when the doors open, we were pretty much in there and we could see them at the booth buying product.
Yeah.
And then we saw them at their booth like next door right after, you know, like it was kind of embarrassing, kind of messy. It was a joke, but we waited in the thing. We're idiots. We shouldn't have even waited in that line. I feel dumb. We did get some booster boxes. So we were told we should. And we were told some of you would be interested in watching us crack some boxes, play the game, right? So we did get a couple booster boxes. I don't want to go back to the line. So we went to our event. We got 2 decks, and they were nice enough to give us 2 decks that were not the same, which I thought might happen because they're random and they weren't letting people pick. But I smiled and Mel winked and we did the nudge, you know, slide a $20 bill or whatever. No, I'm just joking. We didn't do that. But they were nice enough to say we came together. But we also played with Jacko. He came to the event from our community and he played in the same event as us. And he went up with us and we made sure we got 3 different decks. And thank you again, Jacko, for the extra deck. So we have all 3 starter decks, which we were trying to get first thing this morning and never happened. So hopefully, I don't think we need any reason, unless we want play mats.
Yeah, but I don't
think that's worth it. I'll just buy play mats later
yeah.
at a Walmart or something, hopefully, or my local game store. But we do have each starter deck now to play with on stream and stuff. So maybe like tomorrow night, because I'm freaking tired as Nikes.
Well, that's what waiting in line for so many hours will do to you.
I like standing still though too. It wasn't like a line that keeps moving. Like I like going to amusement parks with big lineups. I don't mind that if the line's constantly moving, you know? But this line wasn't moving. Literally 2 hours I was just standing still against people, right? And then eventually we were in a mob for like an hour.
Yep.
And we're like bumper to bumper with people sweating. It was crazy.
And it got so hot and like claustrophobic.
Yeah, it was gross. It was gross.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of a nightmare. I did feel, like you said, I felt bad for their kids because there was families there.
Lots of kids in the line,
they were lined up just normal, you know, thinking they're going to get product. It's safe for their kids to be in this turnstile. And then all of a sudden it breaks out into a madhouse and they all just swarm. And like, what are you supposed to do with these little kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt terrible.
Yeah, it was crazy. So yeah, we have all 3 decks, which is cool. Again, thanks Jacko so much. He just wanted to try the game. He's like, I don't even want the deck. He's like, I'll just give you whatever deck I get. But I'm like, if it's a duplicate, keep it. I only want 1 of each. I don't want to play no mirror matches.
Yes, well, thank you so much.
So thank you so much. So again, we got lucky because we already had an event ticket to learn to play. And we got lucky we didn't get the same deck, which some people have got. I heard that's a complaint. So
they're trying to trade with people.
But it didn't come at a cost. Like we, it was work. So we got a couple booster boxes and hopefully we can open those and maybe build a couple decks. Sorry guys for the noise.
Or even just tweak, right? The starter decks a little bit. That would be kind of fun to
try.
Like,
there is a booster pack that come in each of these starter decks actually that you can like, if you play in the starter deck tournaments, you're allowed to take the booster box.
Oh, and mix it.
The booster pack and open it and you can add cards in if you want and or modify it or take cards out. You just have to be 60 or higher or whatever. But Mel and I did play the game now. We've officially played Disney Lorcana.
Yes, we have.
At an event. We won't say who won, but it was a very close game because I don't want to admit who won.
Take that for what you will.
Just joking. It was fun, but Mel did beat me. But I mean, it was so close. I was 1 turn away.
Close. Yeah.
I was like, I got her. And then she's like, I'm going to play this. And I'm like, oh, hold on. Count, Laura. Yeah, you win right now, Mel. She's like, I do? I'm like, yeah, you do. Look at you could just do this and you win, and I have no chance. But yeah, it was super fun. But she had a Mickey card that she put in play, and I could tell it was like kind of a center card of her deck that worked with a lot of your cards.
It was.
So what do? I play my card that bounces it back to hand, make her waste the turn playing it again, so it doesn't get to do anything.
So then next turn play it again.
Yep, she plays it again, but I'm like, okay, that's fine. And this chance I get, I'm saving cards in hand that boost my character's attack strength basically, and I'm like, I'm gonna kill Mickey, get it out of here. I get Mickey back to her discard pile. But I see she has effects she's playing to shuffle discarded characters back in her deck. But the deck's 60 cards. Like, I'm not worried about seeing Mickey again there. But no, she had a card that like returned it from the discard pile to the hand, right?
Yeah, I was holding it waiting because I knew that it would be discarded because it was a amazing card that, as you could see, was like kind of like the center of the deck.
Yeah,
so I'm like, I'm just going to hold this. He's going to eventually put this in my discard or Mickey will just, get discarded normally. And then I'll bring him back. And I did. And then his face was like, oh.
I was like, you son of, like this Mickey would not die. And my Mickey sucked. I had Steamboat Mickey. He didn't even have any text.
But your Aladdin was good.
Yeah, Aladdin was the same. But here, I didn't know Aladdin was in my deck. I didn't look through my deck. I had no
No.
idea what a Floodborn was. Okay, I didn't know what that was. I knew the rules of the game. Mostly, I watched like an overview video like 3 days ago, trying to like, so I wasn't, if I was like, I was a tired zombie and I was like, I'm not gonna be able to pay attention to someone teaching me a game. But he didn't really teach us.
No.
I just kind of read the sheet and was like, I think we know how to
He
play.
answered questions.
But I had this Floodborn Aladdin guy, so I didn't know how expensive even cards got. So I'm playing this ink. I'm playing my ink out, you know, building up my economy. And I stopped around 4 because I'd only seen 1 and 2 and 3 cost cards in my deck. And I'm thinking maybe my deck's
okay.
a cheap swarmy deck.
Yeah.
And I'm watching you drop 3 cost, 4 cost characters, right?
Yep.
And I stop at 4. And I have all these weapons and things. But I have this Aladdin card in play, but he's a weenie. And I just throw him into your Mickey and let him die. Okay, the very next turn, I draw a 7 cost Aladdin card. I was like, I had just skipped playing an ink. I was like, I don't need to play any more ink at 4. It's probably enough to keep going. I think my deck's a cheap deck, right? I'll maybe play some in the future. And I knew it was probably wrong, but I drew the 7 cost Aladdin. And what does this Aladdin say on him? He's a Floodborn. He says, you don't have to pay 7, Rob. You can only pay 5 if you already have an Aladdin in play. But the turn before, I used my Aladdin instead of another character, which I could have done, to fight your freaking Mickey, stupid Mickey.
He was so focused on the Mickey.
I don't know what Mickey it is, but this guy, this Mickey, I hate this Mickey right here. He's probably an awesome card, but I refuse to play this deck now because of this guy. I hate him. Oh no, you're not allowed to play him. Yeah, you can't play this deck anymore.
I just have to say,
I don't want to see him in play.
How funny is it talking about Aladdins and Mickey on this channel?
Yeah, what the hell's wrong with me?
My Mickey Mouse is better than your Aladdin. Just sounds absurd.
No, the real question I have is a little deeper than that. Why are we talking about Disney characters in such a violent terms about fighting and trying to kill each other? And I was stabbing your Mickey with swords, and you're hitting him over the head with broomsticks.
True.
Like what has happened to our world?
Worked really well.
Like I thought Disney and violence was like kind of like 2 separate things, but like we're playing a competitive card game that literally is usually filled with like violence and things, and they just slap Disney characters on it. I don't know what they were thinking there, but it's obviously it was well done so far what we played.
Yeah.
And it was fun. Like even playing with these characters, it didn't really matter. The game was still fun. Like it's all colors and numbers. Really, all these card games are. But the cards look nice. The art's pretty. And if it can sucker in like my niece or my daughter to play this game too, then it did its job. But then I'm really playing like a competitive card game with them, which is great. Which Keyforge did well. But yeah, so I get the 7 cost Aladdin, and I was like so upset. It's the only card in my hand. I'm like, I only have 4 ink, so I could play this as an ink, but that feels bad. So I held it till the next turn. So I didn't like really do anything for a couple turns. I knew that's why I said to you, I was like, I'm in trouble. As soon as I draw him, I'm like, oh no, I messed up. I didn't know this was a thing in the deck I had to be looking out for. But the very next card I drew was a different Aladdin of a different color. So I got him in play, and then eventually slapped that Aladdin on like a turn or 2 later, and almost came back.
Yeah,
I almost
close.
did it.
Yeah.
Because Aladdin, the 7 cost Aladdin, actually had an effect. If I start challenging her characters on my turn and I defeat them, Aladdin actually gains me 2 lore, and I steal a lore, like it removes 2 lore, and you're trying to get to 20 lore to win. So I was basically like, it's a shift of 4 points. And I'm like, man, if I can get away with this a couple turns, I can get back into this game and get ahead. And I thought I had it. But,
yeah, you did get away with it twice.
But you saw what was happening, and you dealt with Aladdin. So I was like, damn it.
Yep.
So it was fun. But the game took like 20 minutes, man. It was so fast.
It was so fast.
We got in the event. It's an hour-long event. They got us in, got us sat down, got us playing the game, shuffled up, playing, helping us, and we were done and beating the game, and it was like, and it got us our decks, and we were out there within a half hour total.
Yeah.
From being lined up outside to being like gone from the event. So it was super fast. There were people who were done before us that were jamming out games and getting their stuff and going. And they were playing games. I made sure they were playing. They weren't just going in and like pretending to play and then just like to get a free deck. Like a lot of them were playing, which is cool. But yeah, it was neat. It was well run. Unlike their booth selling product in the exhibit hall, their events were flawless. But yeah, they had their own private room for the events, which was nice. Nice, a quiet room, closed door away from the con, basically. And everyone just jamming Lorcana games on nice mats. They had the cards all sleeved up. They had little rules, things on the table. It was nice.
So someone mentioned that I guess the lineup is going to start at 6.
Oh, let me check
PM
Twitter.
tonight.
I'll check Twitter. Maybe there's
Let me just go back to what you guys were saying. I didn't want to interrupt when Rob was talking.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah,
No, it's all
I
good.
don't
It's
shut
all
up
good.
sometimes.
It's all good. There was a couple people. I'm just actually going to go back to the beginning really quick and then see if there's anything.
Okay, so it says on Twitter, retweeted by Disney Lorcana's Twitter, Gen Con's Twitter says 49 minutes ago, Ravensburger booth 2001 line for tomorrow will start at 6 p.m. tonight.
So, like right now, people are lining up for this.
That is so dumb.
For something that opens tomorrow at 10 a.m.
So they're screwing everyone over who waited for 5 hours this morning. Now they have to put in not just 5 hours tomorrow morning. They literally have to put in 16 hours, right?
Wow.
So if you line up at 6 p.m., 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, plus a wait to get in there and actually buy your stuff if you're at the front of the line, is 10 a.m. So that is a 14-hour difference, right? So if I go line up now, I have to wait 14 hours to get a chance at stuff at 10 a.m. tomorrow, even though we waited, let's say, 5 hours today. And they told us to come back tomorrow, we'll have more stuff.
That's crazy.
Okay? Without giving anyone a ticket who had to wait all day. So just how does that feel, you know? And if somebody who flew in today, which our people did, and they're going to be here tomorrow with their tickets, and they're going to come for their Lorcana stuff, there's going to be people in line tomorrow who weren't here today, and they're going to line up now, and they have to put in all those hours. But like, what about the people today who put in all those hours and dealt with that stuff? Like, how is that right? I don't know, man. I feel bad for a lot of people.
Yeah, Edward says, according to WDW, which I guess is Walt Disney World, or I don't know what that is. What's the WDW News? Anyways, today, article, the first guy in line was an exhibitor. Meanwhile, people who waited outside since midnight were still waiting like you guys. Yeah.
So, yeah, I wasn't crazy, okay? I'm not just spitting BS, man. This is what was happening here. I knew it.
Which is bad look. Like, it's such a bad look that the first person to get a deck, and if that's product, let's say, and they're doing interviews or taking photos or whatever, and it's an exhibitor, it's a really bad look, definitely.
That's scumbag stuff, man. So it says sanctioned lines will start to form outside Hall F doors, that's where we were, at Hoosier Concourse. I think that's where they are, yeah, and it says this will stay in place and feed into the Ravensburger booth starting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Spaces cannot be held for others, so basically no line cutting. So I can't go wait tonight, and then you come and relieve me or join me in line in the morning, you know? Yeah,
I guess you'd only be allowed to leave to go to the bathroom.
Maybe. I'd bring a jug. Gotta bring a jug, man.
That's crazy. So the turnstiles that people lined up in this morning, which clearly was what that was for, now they're going to use them.
Yeah. Which they'd used after, which is funny. a Gen Con employee who said, this is not a recognized line. This is not going to be recognized to let you in and get you stuff at Ravensburger. You have to wait with everyone else in the big mobs. To then another Gen Con employee come an hour later and say, or no, like 10 minutes later. No, yeah, an hour later, after the hall opens and says, guys, this is unacceptable. You need to get outside in those turnstiles and make a line. Same company, like these are official Gen Con employees wearing like black vests who work for the company like year round.
Yeah.
Like it's not the blue shirts volunteers or, you know, contract employees, you know, there's like official people.
Now, could you imagine if someone did get actually hurt? Like, what?
That's the only way they like fix it, but like,
but it's too late at that point. If someone gets hurt, that's too late.
I know, but that's what they need to like take it serious in years and days beyond. Because obviously in the past, nothing has happened to make them take it seriously still to this point. It's crazy. And yes, it will be the same for Friday night into Saturday as well. And Saturday night supposedly also.
Into Sunday.
But I'm not sure they'll have Sunday product. I haven't heard that be fully confirmed myself, but maybe that is a thing. It will eventually start inside and may snake outside eventually. Will this line be in the convention center? This is people on Twitter responding to Gen Con's tweet. So if you have questions, go to Gen Con's Twitter and ask there. But again, they're not Ravensburger, so they might tell you can line up Saturday night, and meanwhile Ravensburger might not even have product on Sunday. So like who not? Like this was what they kept having problems with all day. The communication was not there. We would ask somebody like, "Is there any product left?" And they'd be like, "We'll go find out for you," and then they wouldn't come back. And then a Gen Con employee would come back and tell you, "I think there's product there, but I don't work for Ravensburger. You have to check with them." And the Ravsburg employee would come and be like, I'm not sure. We're figuring it out. We'll let you know. And like, but they didn't care, man. They did not care.
People were also getting out of line because they're like, oh, there's not enough product for us. But they're listening to everybody who's all mixed messages.
Yep, somebody says, this is totally unfair for those of us who waited in line this morning to be told we cannot do this and then did not get product. This is sad.
Yeah,
it is. It's really sad.
I can't
believe it. It's like embarrassing, man. So embarrassing.
Yeah.
Because I've seen them with Paizo. I've seen Paizo. They had organized lines outside. They were letting people in groups come in and buy stuff at the Paizo event so it didn't block up the aisles and create fire hazards. No one got trampled. So it's been done at previous Gen Cons, like recent Gen Cons. So it's crazy, like, forgot how to handle this stuff. Like, they didn't know.
Which I don't know if this was equivalent, would you say? Or was there more people for this than would have been for
I don't know. I'm not
Paizo?
sure. But I've seen those Paizo lines. They, like, go, like, all the way down by the, where the pinball machines are. Like,
yeah.
I've seen them go super long.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. People don't mind waiting in line as long as it's fair. But it seemed like it was just a total shit show.
So someone says, okay, so what do I get for waiting outside the ICC at 3:30 in the morning, like I guess this morning, waiting in a line that was apparently not a line until 8:45 a.m. until we were told that it wasn't actually a line and mobbed towards the doors. I was even on the news. Are you really telling me to get in a line again? This is like, they should just handed out tickets, man. Yeah. I'm telling you, they messed up big time. Like, how do you, oh man. And the sad part is, all the people are going to buy this game at like the Disney parks, on Amazon, at Walmart, all this stuff on September 1st. They're not even going to know any of this stuff. The game's going to still do well, but the hardcore fans just get like that lined up for you, like just so much disrespect. They just don't care, man. Crazy. Y'all screwed up everything for my group. No way we were coming in a day early to get in a line for 12 hours plus.
One of the other things I feel bad for is some of the people, at least around us, only had a one-day badge. Their badge was only for today.
Yep.
They can't get in again. They can't get in tomorrow. So what do? Now they have nothing.
And they were in that line.
They
were in the official line that wasn't official. So like they got screwed, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I feel bad for so many people. Like, it's embarrassing. I talk so highly about this con, help people understand it and how it's like fun and safe and friendly and all this, but like that was like a dangerous situation.
It was.
All for us.
It was.
A freaking card game, man. And I'm still going to play it on stream, not being paid, not sponsored or anything, but I'm still helping the company make money, like, because we're playing it. Even though I'm just a curious fan who loves playing card games and board games and stuff like that. It's like, I kind of don't want to stream it out of spite, but it's like, I don't know who really effed up.
Yeah, we don't know whose fault that really was.
They're kind of both to blame.
Yeah. And I don't know that we'll ever know whose actual fault it was.
Yeah. But it's a mess.
Yeah.
It's a mess. I don't know, man. I don't know. But that kind of put me in a bad spot. So that's why I was saying today was different than every other Gen Con, my 8 other Gen Cons or whatever. My first day is usually wait outside, do not run, go walk to my favorite booths, get in line. Sometimes wait for an hour, but it's organized. They hand out tickets if they don't want you to wait. They're safe. They'll tell you when product's sold out, so you don't have to waste your whole day waiting in line. Very organized, very professional. And then you go to the next booth, get whatever. Maybe I missed something. Okay. Go to another booth, check out some demos, have a good time. Hang out in the dealer hall all night, playing the games, looking at the games, streaming with you guys, having some fun with fans. But by like 3 o'clock, I was like, Mel, I want to go home. I want to go back to the hotel and just sleep. I'm done. I'm already destroyed. The con destroyed me halfway through day one. I feel how I feel on Saturday night. I'm already wiped. So I need to that's why we're streaming a little early today, because I wanted to play some Lorcana games on stream tonight for you guys, but I think we'll save that for like tomorrow night and play with some other people, because no one's here right now with us. So what we'll do is kind of just take an early night. We'll go back, rest up at the hotel.
Like reset ourselves.
Reset. Yeah. And we'll treat tomorrow like a day one, except for we're not running in the hall for anything. I don't care. And we'll just come here tomorrow, walk around the exhibit hall, have some fun, chill. Because we didn't really see any other booths, because we wasted our whole first day, it felt like. Because then we had that other Lorcana event, which we were then waiting in a line for that one to get going. But it was still organized. It was nice. But yeah, so we're kind of destroyed. So I'm sorry, everybody. But yeah.
Yeah, I think we got here at 7-ish, just after 7. We waited. I think we finally had product in our hand and we're walking away from the booth at 1:30. That's insane. Insane.
And it was a product I wasn't even going to buy.
I know.
I bought a booster box.
Which goes against everything. Like, we
of
don't.
24 packs. Okay, I'm the guy who says don't buy expansions for games you haven't tried or played yet. And I bought a booster box of 24 packs, 12 cards each. I'm assuming I could build at least one deck, hopefully two from it. That's what I was hoping. But I was like, I waited in line. I'll grab it. They're not going to stamp my badge, so I can come back tomorrow and get starter decks if I can't get them later. I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, I did it totally backwards. But if I could have gotten into an earlier event, I would have done it so that I could try the game and buy the stuff. But now I'm glad I waited. So now we don't have to start waiting tonight.
No.
And I'm glad we got the event tickets so we can try the game. But don't do what we did. Don't come to a convention like this to get this game early. Don't do it, man. August 18th, it's going to be in some friendly local game stores. They'll have limited quantity. And then September 1st, less than a month from now, it'll be in Walmarts, GameStops, Targets, online, your local retailers, everywhere, all over the place. All over the place. Tons of products, SKUs, all this stuff. Okay? Don't do what we did. It's not worth it. Not worth it, man. Even the promos, I don't know if they're selling online for that much. I know people are trying to get money for them, the scumbags. There was people walking up and down the line. Get this. I know some of you, I'm sorry. Like, I know you want to, sell stuff. But it was kind of disgusting the way these guys are doing it. There's 3 dudes walking up and down the line after we'd already been in the mob, pushed around, got kicked back out. We're told we probably wouldn't get product. There was dudes that got in the first Lorcana Learn to Play event who then took their decks that they got from the event and started walking up and down the line going, offers.
Yeah, make me an offer.
Yeah, you've been waiting here all morning?
Only.
Yeah, make me an offer, cash only. People are like, $50. And they're like, no. And then they'd be walking away going, they were laughing, like pointing at their decks. My God, if I didn't want to get kicked out of Gen Con, if they didn't have my name on file, I don't know, man. You'd have 3 bodies on the floor, and I would have some Lorcana decks earlier, and I would have maybe give them away to some kids who've been waiting in line all day.
Yeah.
But yeah, these guys were douches. Like, they didn't even do it the proper way. Like, get your decks, go quietly to the eBay booth here, or go on your phone and make an eBay listing. Like, you don't have to rub it in people's faces. And there are people who are walking around there were people offering money who were like waiting in line. They were like, are you going to flip? Anyone here going to flip anything? Like, want to work out a deal? There are people like literally trying to offer money if you would go in and buy stuff for them that were near the front of the line to sell them right away. It was crazy.
It's nothing I've ever seen before.
Yeah, it was crazy.
In our many years of coming here, and I was completely blown away.
So DJ Fox says, did you get anything off your board game buy list? Yeah, we're going to talk about that. So after, when my feet, I kind of started to get feeling back in my legs after we got our booster box, we walked to try to grab Sky Team. It was gone for today. They had limited copies per day, supposedly. Again, I couldn't pre-order it and pay for it because we're in Canada and their website wouldn't let me do that. So we're going to try to get that tomorrow. I guess that's something we're going to try. But I mean, we can show up at 10 a.m. and still try to get that.
Yeah.
We don't have to line up at 7.
Yeah, we don't have to get in the line. You're right.
So we missed out on Sky Team because we were on Lorcana for way too long. But we did get the Lost Ruins of Arnak expansion. So stay tuned for that. We'll definitely play through that on the channel. I'm excited for that. But that one I was allowed to pre-order, reserve a copy, so that's nice. And then you just go up and you pay for it at the con, which was sweet. Thank you again for your donations and your support to the channel, by the way.
Yes, thank you so much.
Allowing us to spend money on games here and be idiots waiting in Lorcana lines and stuff. And come to conventions like this. I forget to say that. Thank you, everyone, for your support, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Then we went to, you got your Scream.
Yes, so we can play that with our daughter. Yep, so excited.
Yeah, our daughter's a huge Scream fan. We were talking about it in our live stream of games we were going to pick up. So Mel got Scream and some promo pin or something with it, right?
Oh, yes, I did get the promo pin. Maybe I'll put it on my lanyard for tomorrow's stream.
But it was interesting. So we stopped in a Target on the way, and they actually had Scream was already there. And a few other Gen Con exclusives, just like last year. Not Gen Con exclusive, just games that were on sale at Gen Con. But it was interesting, in the Funko Games side room, on the shelf beside Scream and a few other games, it even had a tag on the shelf with a QR code that says, also available at Target. And you could scan it and go buy it online, basically. So they must have worked that out with the deal. It's like a Target exclusive thing, but they can sell it at a con as long as they tell people they can also buy it at Target.
Yeah.
It was weird. It was weird. Funko Games are standing right there. You can pick up the game and buy it and get a promo. or you scan the QR code and you can go buy it at the Target down the street or online. Very weird.
Yep.
But maybe that's for being prepared for if they sell out of copies, so that you're not mad. You're like, oh, I can just go buy this at Target. Which is weird. Very weird. Very weird. What else?
Well, hold on. Let's just, Pontus, who's been a member for 16 months, has a chat in there, super chat. Thank you, Pontus.
I'm talking. Don't interrupt me. No,
16 months. Thank you.
Thank you, Pontus. 1 a.m. here. Good to be so I can get up and play Frosthaven tomorrow. Just got to second summer. Oh, no.
Nice.
No spoilers.
Okay, then we have
Yeah, we'll be playing Frosthaven when we get back.
2 months has been a member. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, Frank. Says to help pay for more games. Oh, God.
Oh, thank you so much. And Minion, who's been a member for 5 months. Thank you, Minion.
Thank you guys for the support. Have some money. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
Okay, listen, I don't mean money now. I mean those who gave us money before that we've already spent. But I guess we'll be spending more money tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
But I'm not asking for it, right? I just want to say thank you, please. Like, understand, I'm so grateful to anyone over like the last year helped feed the Gen Con fund and all that stuff. Much appreciated.
Okay, so then let's go back.
Without that, we would not be here. I can't
100%.
I can't do that like without you guys supporting us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Russell says multiple listings of the Mickey promo card for 450 Canadian. But has any sold? Is there any sold listings? Because let me tell you, they were giving that card out to people in line that were waiting just randomly.
Yep.
Then if you bought anything at the booth, they give you the card. And even people who bought non-Lorcana products at the Ravensburger booth would get a promo. And then they were just giving them out in the hall randomly to people. Like there's guys walking around with bags of these promos giving them out. So there are probably thousands of promos that are going to be given out by the end of this weekend, if not tens of thousands. I don't even know.
Yeah, a ton of them.
So yeah, if they sell like to 1,000 customers at their booth, maybe 2,000 a day buying any product, and everyone gets a Mickey promo, like we could go right now and go buy some crappy little card game that Ravensburger's selling. Okay, we could buy a little board game, a cheap board game, and they would give us a promo if they still have any. So like they're just giving them out all over the place. I think we literally, for going to the event, they were giving them out at the events with the starter decks.
Yeah.
So we have like 2, and because we waited in line and we were very pissy, we maybe have like 4 or 5 of these things.
I think we might have 6.
Maybe 6.
We would have got one as well when we bought.
Yeah.
I don't know. We have probably about 6 of them.
So we're not even actively trying to get these promos, and we have like 6 of them. So don't be an idiot and buy these things for like $500. Please don't.
Well, it says, Russell says 400 sale, and Edward says sold items show up to 300 to 350 for a promo. But that's insane.
They will be flooding eBay by the end of the weekend, especially as people get back to their homes and hotels and stuff.
Yeah.
And there'll be people with like 5, 6, 7 of these things. So the FOMO, please. They're not even like special foils. They're just like literally, they're like business card promos, man. They're not like I've seen some of the nice promos. They had foil cards in our starter decks.
Yeah.
That were like very nice. These are just regular cardstock promos, man.
Oh, and Russell actually says highest sold listing is for 667 Canadian.
But again, that's listing. Is it sold?
Sold listing, yeah.
Sold? What? No. But I guess if you're fast with it, get in a line. But there it is. But it's just like a plain card. It's like there's no foil, and it's like that cheap cardstock, man. That cheap throwaway CCG cardstock.
Yeah, very, very thin.
Yeah, these cards are thin and trashy. Like the booster boxes are so thin. I've never seen a card game booster box that's so thin. I mean, I don't play every CCG, but yeah, these cards like need to be sleeved. Like they are not durable at all. This is like, I expect that from Keyforge because like decks are kind of like, you'll have tons of decks, you know, cards aren't rare really, like that kind of rare. You can't modify a deck really. But in this game where I could pull out like an $800 card and it's like this kind of card stock, but keep in mind, I come from lots of board gaming. So like, I know CCGs are known for like their like kind of throwaway cards, but it's kind of sad. But this promo should not be sold for that much. They're going to be everywhere. These things are being given out, and I'm sure the next conventions they'll be giving them out too. You know, maybe not. Maybe it's only Gen Con. Oh, it is. Yeah, it's actually Gen Con on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. Is that focusing? I don't know.
It's a delay.
Yeah. I don't know if that's focusing for you guys. I can't really see. It's like a tiny screen. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I think that's good.
Is it? Can you see the Gen Con promo at the bottom?
Well,
yeah, it says right there, Gen Con 2023.
Oh, see, there's a delay. So
I don't know if I can go too close. I think it gets blurry. I don't think it's like that kind of macro lens or whatever.
I think you're good. Yeah.
But yeah, so you're telling me that I shouldn't put this in my bike spoke tires? on my bike trip back from Gen Con, so it's like flipping and flapping.
No, you can probably get $100-$200 for it.
Oh, okay. I should probably sleeve it, right? That's probably a smart thing.
That probably is. You're getting your finger juice all over it, and you're making it go down in value.
Hold on, let me lick my fingers before I sleeve it.
Okay, and I'm just gonna
I just lost viewers? What?
I'm just gonna say, Bob, thank you so much for being a member for 10 months. Says, have you managed to meet up with Kanji, Janet, Stacy, anyone else?
Yes, and yes.
We've met up with a ton of people, yes.
We re-met Janet again this year. She's still Janet. She's still Mama Janet.
Yes. Janet reserved this table for us.
Yeah,
yes, thank you, Janet.
Oh yeah, did we talk about it yesterday? We were at the block party. We were having beers with Matthew Rose, Janet, Stacy, thank you for the beer.
And the wine.
So I didn't, and the wine for Mel.
Thank you.
And because of the beer, thank you, Stacy. I didn't have to wait in like a 1 hour line for beer.
Yes, that is true.
So there, we sleeved it. Okay, we're good. And then people are gonna grab it. I gotta go. No,
yeah, you gotta hide it.
Yeah, I gotta hide it. Someone's gonna kill me for it. So we probably should, put these away too. People are a little nutty right now. There's a lot of angry Disney fans around. Don't hold product out.
Yeah, so sorry. Matthew, Janet, Stacy.
So Matthew, Janet, Stacy. We also met Amanda.
Yep.
Was there. Amanda's cool.
Jacko.
Amanda's from a small town, which feels fascinating. She's like the only board gamer in her whole town.
That's crazy, but
very
so
small
cool.
town. No board game store. Her local board game. This is like hurt me inside. Like I'm scared of retiring like in like a nice small town somewhere like I want to. When I find out like I might have to drive 2 hours for board games or only buy board games online. I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah.
Or I might just have to start the board game store in my small town.
Oh, that'd be fun.
For all 5 of the residents that live there. I'm sure it's a great business plan.
Yeah.
But Amanda's really cool. Matthew Rose not. Just kidding, Matthew. I love you, buddy.
Matthew was watching earlier. I don't know if you're still watching.
Okay,
Matthew.
I'm just joking. So Jacko, aka Mike. I don't know if I'm supposed to. Yeah. Anyways, Mike, super cool. Super chill.
Who else was there last night?
Who else?
Locator. We met Locator last night.
Locator, yeah. Yep. Locator is Charlie. He was just here before he started the stream, actually. And we told him to leave. We said, you got to go, man. You smell, and we just can't stream with you here. So he kind of cried a little and then left. I'm just joking. No, he's cool. Oh, yeah. I don't know what I should talk about now.
I don't know. Some of the things I want to see. I don't know if we should talk about it now or if we save it to like our
Yes.
haul.
Yes, save it to the haul.
Yeah, so.
But in advance, Logator, Janet, Stacy, all these people have given me nice things. Jacko. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting. I'm so tired.
So far. Yeah.
But thank you for the gifts. There's people that came with gifts here. There's people that secretly bought Mel games before Mel could buy the games that she wanted to buy. People were buying them for her.
We'll go over that later.
Yeah, we'll go over that stuff.
You know who you are. Yes. Watching this. Thank you.
Yeah. How dare you? We appreciate it though. But thank you for everyone. Oh, all the people who came up and said hi. Well, I'm in line for that Lorcana stuff, and I'm freaking out, or I'm tired, or my legs hurt, and I'm super pissed. What helped me survive that was every like 10-ish minutes, somebody would come up that we knew or didn't know.
We didn't know, yeah.
Or knew.
Yeah.
Or haven't seen in like 5 years, would come up to us and be like, Rob and Mel, hey everybody, and they would talk to us for a bit and like tell us how their day was going and like ask us why we're waiting this line, and we'd say we're crazy and I don't know why we're waiting this line, we're nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, lots of people came up, said hi, said they love the channel, love the content. But nobody still told me how they really feel. So it's weird. But anyway, I appreciate it either way. But yeah, David from Man vs. Meeple, thank you. Ola says hi, very friendly dude. Yeah, super cool dude. But yeah, he came up, offered to come and wake me up if I fell asleep in the line, or bring us food if we had like, if we're still there like the afternoon, and make sure we get some food. So David, thank you for stopping by and brightening up our kind of progressively more miserable morning. But I guess once we start cracking packs and building decks and playing the game, hopefully we like it as fun as it was in the Learn to Play event.
Yeah, and then all that's forgotten.
And then we can forget all that.
Yeah.
But I need also sleep. I need to sleep on it. Yeah. So you're getting the full raw brand here as usual, fresh. No sleeping on it and thinking about it and calming down. But I have only a fraction of the rage that some people are feeling, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, we could see.
Because I'm already here for Gen Con, you know? Like, so for me, it's like, it's just like not getting a game or you know, having like getting to a booth or waiting in line, find out they ran out. That happens. That's fine. There's still plenty of other games here, tons of events to do, people to hang out with. 100 other amazing things that I do the whole week and weekend or whatever. That is like missing out on a game or a promo or something is like the smallest, most insignificant thing. It's fine. But when like half a day is dedicated to it, it's a mess. It was a bad feeling. But tomorrow, I hope to get to bed early tonight, wake up refreshed tomorrow, get down here, be full of energy, hang out with some people, demo some games in the exhibit hall, get a behind closed doors, a learn to play / demo of the Elder Scrolls chip theory game. So I'll get to actually play with that like prototype and everything, get to actually, like I've watched some video of it and some playthrough, but man, I don't have time to sit there and watch like a 4-hour stream. I don't know these crazies that do long streams, they're nuts. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I haven't watched anything about it, so I'm excited.
I watched them like play through a bit of it, and I was like, man, I know I'm just gonna play this and get it in the future. I'm gonna play it. So like, why do I care about the promo and all that stuff, or the prototype now? I'll see it when it's all done and play it a ton. I'll spend hours playing that game and streaming it. So like, it's like kind of like check it off, sold, without being. I just need to know it's chip theory. It's a freaking fantasy adventure game, and I like the Skyrim IP, like the Elder Scrolls IP. I'm not huge into it or anything, but I've played all through Skyrim. Like I like that Elder Scrolls universe. So yeah, I'm sold already. But then they're like, hey Rob, you want to come and play it for 2 hours at our booth? Like you did play Hopla Markets last year? And I went, yeah, that was freaking awesome. And yeah, I'll do it again. So we got to do that tomorrow. So I need to be like alert for that. Because that's not like playing Lorcana for 15, 20, 30 minutes.
No.
This is like 2 hours are going to be like from beginning to end, like a chip theory game. Yeah, man.
I'm excited for it, and I'm excited to kind of like chat about it afterwards because I know nothing. So it'll be
we'll talk about it on stream tomorrow, like same time-ish maybe.
The demo, and then kind of talk to you guys about what I feel or think about it.
Yeah. Anything else we did between the two Lorcana things, waiting and then the event? We just ran around, grabbed some games, we chilled, we ate some snacks.
Yep. Yeah, we met up with everyone again. That's when we met up. We met Sarah today.
Oh yeah, Sarah came.
Today came.
Yes. Yeah, last night Sarah wasn't here from our community, but she showed up today. She learned how to knit at an event this morning.
Yeah, so cool.
I was literally knitting at the table. We're like, oh, you knit? She's like, yeah, I just learned like this morning.
Yeah.
We're like,
so
here?
Awesome.
And she went and learned how to knit. So when I say on the event stream earlier this year, and I was like, man, there is so much here I've never even heard of. Crazy stuff you can learn and do, not even tabletop gaming related. And yeah, it's just learned how to knit. I know you can learn how to line dance and stuff. I know that's a thing here. At least it used to be. I don't know, but not that I did it, I swear. But I've heard it's a thing. But yeah. Let's see what you guys are saying. What's this? Can you live stream it at all? I'm going to try. Again, the Wi-Fi is like spotty everywhere. As long as we're sitting still, it's fine if we're by a nice full signal, right? Chip Theory's booth is in a different area in the dealer hall now. So I'll basically go there, test the Wi-Fi. If it's good, I'll ask if they can give me a few minutes just to set it up, like we streamed last year. It's just a one camera setup, nothing crazy, but I'll see if they're okay with you guys sitting. They told me I could. I asked, I'm like, can I film and stream like last year? They're like, yeah, if there's space and you're getting reception, do whatever. Like you do whatever you want. But I was not going to do it if it's like bad reception. I don't want it to cut out, and I also want to pay attention. So like I'm going to totally ignore the chat the whole time until the end, and maybe we can ask questions or something. And it's basically just going to be people saying, where's my damn game? Where's my game? Where's my game?
Yeah.
But we are playing with a copy that doesn't have all the final art on it yet still. It's still in development. So it's not a finished game, but like it was when we played Hopla Markets Victorium last year.
Oh, okay.
That was like the first time like finished version was shown and played, right?
Oh,
so it was like very cool.
Yeah.
We're still like playing the prototype pretty much. But I don't know if it's advanced more or not, or it's the same promo or prototype.
Okay.
But I'll try. But no promises. Again, like so much out of our control here. It's crazy. But we'll be playing it on the channel in the future. Like you'll see the final version, full playthroughs, full impressions, full how to play, all that stuff. We'll do that stuff.
The boys' lanyards, these were given to us. So they're given out
Yeah.
as you got your badge, you were given them.
Yeah.
So we did not buy them.
Every year there's a lanyard that's given out. People wear their own lanyards or have their own badge holders. But there's always, a company will pay to have their marketing on the lanyard. So this year it's the Versus system, which is boys themed expansion, I guess, or set. Yeah, I don't know who makes the Versus system, but I think it's a card game. I've never really played the Versus system. But I know there's tournaments like at our local game store a while back, but I'm surprised that game's still around. I never really hear about it.
Upper Deck?
Oh, it's Upper Deck. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
First, second, sorry, they ran out of deck boxes well before we could even get close to buying them.
There was no chance.
Those are one of the first things gone, supposedly, with the play mats and stuff.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know if you're joking. I don't even know if there really is a Tinkerbell deck box. I just want to play the game. I don't know if I need a deck box yet.
Yeah, I would like to actually sit down and look through the deck. We probably could have, but we want to just kind of get started.
I didn't know how long it was going to take.
Yeah, so we weren't
know
sure.
It was so fast. We probably could have played a second game.
Yeah, we could have.
Yeah.
We just kind of shuffled in and started playing. So it'd be interesting to look.
I thought you were joking. Okay. But now I need to know, is there really a Tinkerbell deck box? I must have it. And if not, they must make it.
Yeah, when we got to the booth, they had sold out stickers over everything, so I couldn't actually see what deck boxes or accessories they were offering because they all had stickers over them.
So KFOS46 says, if you answered this question already, please ignore. How did the aftermath of Locana Alliance dissolving play out? I ranted about that all at the start of the stream. You can either scrub back an hour ago, and I basically talked about it for 20 minutes at the start of this stream. So either watch it later, but I don't want to go back into it. But you can scrub back and watch that if you're interested in it. Just look at my face is really red, and I'm waving my hands a lot in anger. I think I have my torch and my pitchfork out at that point. You can scrub till you see me holding that.
That's funny.
But yeah, there's some news articles written on it and stuff.
I think that's why people are interested to hear your thoughts, because we were actually in it. So
yeah.
There's Kenji right there walking.
Oh yeah, we can. Gotta stop by and see them playing Arkham Horror after.
Yeah.
So Kanji, Janet, Stacy.
Yep.
And maybe a fourth. I don't know if they found a fourth.
Yeah, they were trying to find a fourth, but I don't know if they did.
They all got shirts, Miskatonic University shirts printed out. They're over at the Fantasy Flight Games event area playing the new Arkham Horror twist on the blob, ate everything scenario, whatever it is. And yeah, they brought decks. Kate built them decks, which is so cool. Because Kate's awesome with decks, by the way. Maybe better than Yogi, I don't know, but it's still up in the air. But yeah, they're over there playing, so we're gonna go over after and kind of just say hi and harass them a little bit, and hope they lose like I do every time I play Arkham. But yeah, they're playing Arkham Horror LCG, which is cool. So I thought that was cool. They're all playing. They all have their shirts and everything. I think it's so fun. First Second says, how many publishers recognize you? I don't know. I haven't really gone to many booths where publishers might know me. The Chip Theory guys, I'm sure. I go there and they always are like, hey, Rob, and there's people there chatting and whatever. But to be honest, a lot of the publishers that I work with or ever get a press copy from, 99% of the time, the press copy is through a third-party marketing company that's hired by the small publisher to handle press and get games out to the right channels and all that stuff. And it's messy. You're not really ever talking to the publisher. You're only ever talking to their marketing people. And their marketing people aren't always at their booths and always at the con. So I'll see designers, I'll see the publishers and stuff here, but they don't know who I am. They have no clue. I don't think. But sometimes I'll see their marketing people and they'll be like, hi, Rob. I'll be like, oh, hey. So if that makes sense. Because remember, a lot of the publishers are small, right? They don't have a dedicated employees just to market their stuff. So they pay contractors who are handling multiple accounts to promote all their products each year, right? So if that makes sense.
Favorite memory of today on a positive note? Do you have one?
Playing, okay, hold on. Chilling here at this very table with all those people you mentioned earlier. Kanji showing up today, Everyone's showing off all the games they picked up or talking about what they did so far.
Yeah.
After we were like totally destroyed after the first lineup. And then a close second would be actually playing Lorcana in that event with Mike and just getting to play the game, sit down and actually play a freaking game.
Yeah, I like the environment that it was in. It was quiet.
Yes.
It was nice. Yeah, you could
It's a
actually
nice
focus
way to kind of
here.
finish the day.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to agree. Coming back here and sitting with everybody and kind of like discussing how everybody's mornings went, what they purchased, what boost did they run to, my surprise gift. Yeah, that was all our favorite things so far.
Gummy Ho Ninetails says, do you prefer the board game of Arkham or the card game?
Card game for me.
I prefer, oh man, I love card games so much, so I probably love Arkham Horror, the living card game, more, but I also hate it a lot. It drives me nuts. I hate it. I hate so much about that game, but I also love it. I don't know what the stupid.
Oh, it's a love-hate relationship.
It is very love and hate.
I see.
But I still come back for more, and those bastards, man, they made such a good game.
It's like an abusive relationship.
It is a very abusive. But I freaking love Arkham Horror, the board game 3rd edition. I know a lot of people are on both those games are very polarizing. There's people that hate both of them very much. But there's people that literally tattoo stuff on them from those games and are obsessed with those games. And obviously those games print money because like all the Arkham board games kind of print money. But specifically, I've only ever played Arkham Horror, the board game 3rd edition, so you might laugh at me and be like, you're such a noob, you didn't play the 2nd edition, whatever. But I love that 3rd edition board game. Everything I played with that, I love that as a board game. Yeah, it's just kind of like pandemic, Cthulhu kind of thing. But I do love it. I love how they did it. So I think Arkham Horror, the board game, whether win or lose, I don't want to destroy anything after playing. I feel a little better. But Arkham, the card game, sometimes when we're done, you pull that little red token a little too many times.
Yeah, you get triggered a little bit.
You draw some card from the deck that just kind of like, what the frig is this? And yeah, I don't know. I then question myself, like, why am I playing this game? But it's because that game's not so black and white. It's more in the gray area. And my scientific kind of like analytical brain has trouble with that. But both are awesome, okay, just so you know. But if you ever watch us play either on stream, you'll see me having much more fun with Arkham Horror, the board game. But I've spent way more hours playing the card game, so I don't know what that tells you. Both great. Maybe Simon says maybe you should try Arkham with a new Mickey promo.
Oh yeah, maybe that would make it better, right? Oh my God.
No, I'm taking the Mickey out of that deck and I'm putting it on a voodoo doll pin cushion thing, and I'm like or a dartboard at home, and I'm gonna throw darts at it.
No, it's just like a puzzle. Now you gotta find something that's gonna beat Mickey.
Yeah. Mickey and his damn brooms.
I mean, not that you're always gonna see it.
I know, I'm just joking.
But yeah.
That's my memory now of that.
Yeah, you're scarred.
Here we go, Chaos Bag Rant, says Edward.
Yeah, Mickey versus Cthulhu in the Ultimate Showdown, says Spencer. Exactly. Oh my God, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Let's see. Yeah, we weren't hurt by the mob. We were just hurt by standing still for so many hours straight, not moving. Like, just like holding my bag of camera equipment the whole time. It was like, it was kind of like just sitting still, and like it just made my feet hurt more for some reason than it would like walking around. That was weird. And then also just hours passing by and like no progress happening, and you're at this awesome convention with all this going on around you, and you're like just staring at a wall, like basically just it's kind of crappy. But again, we got the game. We'll play the game. The rest of the con hopefully is awesome. We'll have a great 3 days after this. And there's awesome people. Even more people from the channel are here. Some we haven't even met yet that have been messaging on the Discord. Our private Discord are here now. So we still have other people to meet that we know are here. Not to mention the awesome people that have already walked up and said hi to us. And thanked us for the channel, took selfies with us.
Yeah, that's humbling, eh?
If I see those selfies on eBay for $500 besides the Mickey promo, I'm no more selfies. No, I'm just joking. Wait, but then that makes the value go up. Okay, all the selfies, everyone. You want a selfie? You want a selfie? I got to bring the value down. No, I'm just kidding. But it's very humbling. I'm like, you want this mug on your phone? Man, it's already on a stream. You don't want that saved forever. No, man. But yeah, I appreciate it. It's very humbling. Thank you, everybody.
It is. Yeah, for people to come up to us and be like, oh my gosh, I have to take a photo with you. My significant other is not going to believe I saw you guys.
Yeah. My wife at home or my niece at home, my daughter at home, never going to believe that we were here with you.
Yep.
Like, really?
Very sweet.
Like, they know we're just like a gamer like you, right? We just know how to go live on the YouTube page, right? We know just how to turn on a camera, really. That's kind of all we do different. But we do appreciate the support. Thank you for watching.
Yes.
Oh, it's very humbling, very humbling. Yeah, man, it's crazy. All right.
Yeah, so sorry, just one thing. So Jeff says, I almost got run over in the mob. Everyone in the back was forcefully pushing us. And that's how it felt like. So I was holding on to Rob for like dear life because I didn't want to lose him in there. But like people are pushing from the back and the sides and you just feel like you're getting smushed.
Yeah, it was bad.
And it was very bad. It was like very claustrophobic. And it was like, if this pushes any more, like somebody is going to get hurt. So yeah, Jeff, I definitely see where you're coming from. It's definitely very scary.
Yeah, like I'm a big boy, like I'm tall, I have no problem in crowds. I used to be the guy in my early 20s, you know, going to the concerts, getting up in the front row, mosh pits, all that stuff, you know, front of the line, like, you know, pushing each other around, all that stuff. I don't care about the crowds, Black Friday, all this crazy stuff. I think it's hilarious, it's fun. I don't mind crowds like that. Obviously, I come to Gen Con every year, 4 days in a row, wait in the damn crowd every year, pushing to try to get stuff.
I've never had it like
but
that
before. Was
never,
insane, yeah.
Never.
That, like the pushing was reminding me of a concert or something.
Yeah.
Where people are trying to push to get to the front and that kind of stuff. And
yeah.
like just
and you know, we were kind of stopped. Like there was some congestion right at the front of the door, so we're all kind of just stopped there. But people are still pushing. But there's nowhere for you to go except into the person in front of you.
Or into the door. Or into a garbage can or into an employee.
Yeah, it was definitely scary.
Yeah. But it's the kids, man. Like, I don't care personally. Mel was like right behind me. I felt okay. But when I look over and see like 3 children, they're holding their parents' hands, a kid on their parents' shoulders.
One guy has a kid on his shoulders so that you get hurt.
It's like some people think like, oh, why are people, like I heard people say, why do these people bring their kids here? But it's like, dude, you're here to play a Disney themed card game with cartoon characters on it. FYI, there's other options out there that might be targeted more towards your age group. Like, let them play their family weight CCG, you know? Like, the target audience, maybe half the target is the CCG buyer because they'll collect foils and spend money on the secondary market and fill game store seats, right? But you have to respect that your game also exists and your IP exists because families go to the movie theaters and buy movies and, you know, buy clothing, go to the theme parks, all that stuff. Like, that's the audience, right? It's like half gamer, half Disney fan. So don't expect to be trying to buy product and not have children and families there, right? Like think, right?
Yeah, Minions as a mosh pit sounds friendlier than that. See, the difference though is when you go into a mosh pit, that's what you know you're getting into.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning of the day, we didn't know this is what we were getting into. We were just kind of like forced into this mob that then you're just stuck in.
But no, mosh pits are like fronts. I don't know what those are called when they're not like a mosh pit. But
it's like an open area?
Just like an open area at the front. Like, I know I'm kind of dating myself here a little bit, but if anyone heard of the, you know, this small guy in hip hop, he's like, you know, might own a company, you know, maybe have lots of money and all this stuff. Very popular guy, but back when I went and saw him, he wasn't that big yet, but his name was, I don't know if you ever heard of him, Jay-Z. But a true story, I used to like push my way to the front of the concert, get down in those front few like little area, and I basically tall guy. I'm like one person in front of me. I'm there. Jay-Z's up there doing his thing. You know, we're bobbing heads, whatever. It's getting kind of crazy. He then takes a towel. Okay, I don't know why my instincts did this. It's because I'm tall and I play basketball all the time. He throws his towel in the crowd. Okay, just whips it up in the crowd. But he's Jay-Z, so he has like no muscles. He's a little skinny guy, right? So and 50 Cent was at the same concert. He threw his stuff. It went way over my head out in the crowd. 50's like a big boy who works out, right? Eats his vitamins, doesn't, smoke or drink and nothing like that. But Jay-Z is a little businessman, weak little arms. He throws a towel. I'm literally only 2 people away from him, and it goes up in the air and kind of flutters down. Instincts. I don't know why I did this. I don't need his towel. I don't want his sweaty, dirty towel. But my instinct was to jump. And I jumped and grabbed this towel. And it came down. And at the same time, 10 other hands also grabbed this towel when I brought it down. And my friend grabbed the towel. And we started having a tug of war with people. And people started punching us. And we started punching them back. And throwing elbows and kicking. And security came in. And they started getting punched and punching us. And eventually, my friend grabbed it, shoved it down his pants, got escorted out by security because he had to fight to survive, to stop these guys from trying to rip his clothes off, basically. And he spent the last 2 hours of the concert waiting by the car for me after, while I enjoyed myself. And because of the mob, after the towel left my possession, me being sneaky, I now was in the front. So
you just like weasel in, right?
And I didn't get kicked out by security. I don't know how, since I basically started it all, supposedly, because I touched the damn towel first. But I got to sneak up to the front, and I have front row, and I'm like Jay-Z and 50 Cent and all this right in front of me. It was pretty crazy. But that's the closest thing I can think of, and that was nuttier, but it brought me back to those instincts of people pushing and not caring, and it's dangerous, and you get in that fight or flight, right? So I looked around, and some people had these looks on their face like they were gonna kill people for a $20 pack of Disney cards. I was like, man, am I gonna have to go into mosh pit mode over a Jay-Z towel? This is nuts. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
I totally regretted even being in the line at that point. I'm like, I don't want to be in this situation anymore. I got away from that stuff. But that's the closest thing I can think of. It put me in that experience where people are just pushing each other back and forth, trying to fight over something.
Yeah, and the way that Rob was holding onto my arm, so we were stuck together. We've never been in that situation before, but it definitely was scary. Yeah, it was crazy.
But no black eye, no fat lip.
No.
And no ringing ears from being too close to the speakers.
Yeah.
So there was that. So it definitely was more toned down than that. So you can't say it's worse than a mosh pit or whatever. I know from experience, all right? So as much as I'm ranting, it wasn't that bad. But at least they didn't start throwing Disney mats into the crowd.
Oh my God, could you imagine?
Or free decks. Imagine they're throwing promo cards out into the crowd.
It would have been worse.
Then it would have been crazy.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like that. So just tone down your expectations.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
That was nutty. No, I haven't seen 50 Cent's first pitch at a baseball game.
Oh, it's pretty funny?
I'm sure it's probably bad if you're saying it's funny. See, being strong and lifting weights doesn't mean you have hand-eye coordination and focus like that. That's a whole different skill, okay? I know pitching doesn't equal weightlifting, but I know pitchers do weightlift, but it's I think they do different kind of exercises and stuff for that. But I now want to look that up on YouTube. I will later. All right. I think I'm going to try to save my voice. I think we're going to start the trek back to the hotel, grab some dinner.
Yep.
Pass out.
Yeah,
reset. Like old people. We're going to be losers, party poopers, and we're going to go back to the hotel and just ache and moan and in pain, pop some painkillers, and then pass out. Hopefully remember to set alarms or something, because I don't want to miss tomorrow.
Right.
And we're going to come back here tomorrow for probably arrive 9:30 or 9 a.m.
Yeah, our normal.
We're pretending day one didn't happen.
Yeah.
We'll go outside of a different entrance, not Lorcana.
We might wander over just to see it, but we're not going to get in it. I just want to see what the situation is looking like.
But I just made a video on the internet showing we got product. You don't think we put our lives in danger?
We do, yeah.
For people who just waited 14 hours if we walked by there and they it's them. They got product. Get them.
It's confirmed. They said it on the internet.
Yes. I saw them. Get them. But I feel bad for anyone who's now has to sit there from 6 o'clock tonight till tomorrow because they left the line today because they couldn't get started and they ran out.
I'm not going to lie. I'm curious to walk by there and see if anybody is waiting now already.
We'll report on that tomorrow after we go by. But go follow social media. Go check out the Lorcana subreddit or the Fans of Gen Con Facebook group. Or I think there's links for some of this stuff below. But you'll see people like giving live updates or posting pictures from the lines and stuff.
Yeah.
So go check that out. Go get information straight from the line from people who are already there. Because I'm sure once that tweet went out, there's probably people over there already.
Oh, definitely. I'm sure there is.
And that sucks if they were already people who waited with us for like 4.5 hours and left the line.
Yeah.
Like, I feel so bad for them.
Yeah, I can't even, yeah.
But even we debated leaving the line because we just wanted starter decks. When they said starter decks are sold out, we were like...
But it's almost like you get to that point of like, I've waited this long.
Yeah, I can still get cards and build a deck, right?
Yeah.
I could still play the game, right? It's just instead of buying 2 starter decks for a total like $40, we now spend $150 to maybe build 2 decks. What the hell? I'm not practicing what I preached. I'm very embarrassed of what I did. Don't do what I did, okay? Don't do what I did. Very dumb. I know this. Okay, I expect comments below telling me, Rob, you told me not to buy expansions so I played games. Stop doing that. And I'm sorry, guys. But hopefully we have some fun with the game, played on the channel and stuff, and we have a good time.
Yeah. Minion's also, sorry, asking what time is it for us? It's 7:30 p.m.
7:30 p.m.
for us right now.
We're still on the opposite side of the convention center from where our car is. It's literally probably a 20-ish minute walk back to our car from where we are.
Yep.
Maybe 25. It's a few city blocks away, technically. But a block and a half of that will be indoors pretty much. We might travel through Lucas Oil Stadium, or maybe I'll save that for tomorrow. But yeah, just like last year, I want to stream from Lucas Oil Stadium. Maybe we'll stream some Disney Lorcana games live from Gen Con if we can get that set up. Maybe crack some packs.
Oh, that'd be cool.
If our life is not at risk doing that.
We'll see how the situation goes tomorrow before we decide that.
Don't tell anyone we're doing it, okay? Keep it between us, all right?
Yeah, exactly.
We'll crack some packs on stream, maybe have some fun with that. Which I don't normally. I've never done that on stream. I cracked Keyforge decks. We've done that before.
Yeah, but
and
I
then
feel like
played
that's
them.
a little bit different.
Yeah, we play them like right away. It's
Yeah.
like all about gameplay. I'm not so much into the like checking out booster packs of things or that
Right.
kind of random blind box stuff,
Seeing if
right?
we get any rares.
But now I'm like, the hype, it's got me.
Yeah.
I know, Rogue, I know. So yeah, we'll maybe stream tomorrow morning. We'll see. Maybe throughout the day tomorrow. We'll see. But no promises. Again, the Wi-Fi here is not the greatest. Both of our cell phone SIM cards, like for different providers, both have failed us in our testing.
Yeah.
Trying to be mobile. I thought I'd be able, I thought the reception would get better down here. I thought trying a different cell phone provider might work. But no, as long as we're sitting still, we're fine. It seems to be okay. But the handoff between towers and rooms and hallways and stuff, not friendly.
Yeah,
I think also the congestion of everyone with mobile devices in their pockets, all blocking signals and interference and stuff like that. It's not the greatest environment. But hopefully you can find a stationary environment like this tomorrow again, like we did last year, same thing. You can find the playlist below for any of the Gen Con last year or Gen Con this year. We'll keep it in the playlist. So yeah, just stay tuned. We'll try to do some Lorcana pack unboxing, maybe some gameplay. Maybe we can have some of our community who's here. Some of them might want to join us on stream. They said some of them were interested, but
yeah, but I think everyone's really tired after today. It was a long
and they're
day
in
for
events.
everyone.
So a lot of them
Yeah,
are playing in
some
events
events
tonight.
tonight.
So maybe they'll join us on stream. You can say hi to some of them in person. Some of the people that hang out in the chat, support the channel and stuff. And yeah, we'll just check in with you guys. Let you know how it's going. But yeah, that's all I got. Any last words, Mel?
Nope, just looking to see if there's anything. Yes, we're going to go and eat something too, get some rest. Yeah, it's been a long day. So thank you so much for your support.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Thank you.
Thanks for liking the streams. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for spending time with us. Thanks for keeping me sane. And thank you for the support. Thanks for allowing us to go to Gen Con like this. And yeah, we appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next stream.
Bye.
Bye.